I prefer the coffee.
What up, though? It's your boy Coffee back with another one, and yes, right here is Mark and Flip talking out their differences after the major fight that everybody is talking about. Yo, I got it for you right here. Y'all let me know if it's COE or if Joe is running the play of this fourth quarter. Ian did tweet it yesterday. I don't know what's going on in the Joe Button podcast universe, but it's about to get wild. Melissa Ford left at probably the right timing. Mona is stirring it up. Like, oh man, y'all give me y'all comments, like, subscribe, enjoy. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Is this like what's going on? Let's go.
They were coming at me because I said that you, and not in a mean way, I'm just saying, I'm calling it how I see it. I said you are a pompous, educated asshole that was playing chess while everybody else was too busy playing checkers, and you know exactly what you're doing, whether it's good or it's bad. But I also added that
I think that's
you
a
came
solid take.
you came up there and you revealed people's subpar performance. That's it,
I
that's
won't say
all.
that part, but I'm definitely an asshole. I'm agreeing with the asshole part.
A lot too.
You don't agree? You don't agree with the last part she said about pointing out people's subpar performance?
I'm saying that the thing that I was saying yes to when I said that's a good solid take was me was
No,
the
I heard
critique of
what you
me.
said yes to. I just wanted a yes or no for the see, Mark. You doing that
And
thing
he's not and
again?
he's not
I
doing
told
it.
y'all
He's
months
not
ago
doing
he
it
does it.
on purpose. That's when
No, no,
when
hold on.
you
Stop,
when
stop being
okay,
Bean. You
okay.
can't defend him. I love you, black
No.
sister, but you cannot do that
Yeah,
right
Bean,
now.
Okay,
you gotta
black
let it happen,
sister.
Bean. You talking a
Let
Okay.
lot. We
him
letting you
hold
go.
his own. I was walking him down just now. I know he's an educated
You weren't
PhD
Where?
brother.
right.
You were
All
walking him
right.
down like
Pinky
you were
hole.
you were walking him down like that season of The Wire when they walked down Omar on a Sunday. And
I love a good wire reference,
uh,
Danny.
it's like you're about to shoot an old lady in the
I think I'm the only one though.
head. Go ahead, Trinity.
Yeah, since we got Mark back here, I just wanted to ask him two things real quick. When you made that comment, some of y'all deserve to make less. What did you mean by that? And do you think that set everything over the edge?
And was it wise?
That was a good
Oh,
question.
we'd already discussed that beforehand, and everybody had the same position I did.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. Would you mind going over it with me?
No. You're missing what I'm saying. I'm saying me and my castmates.
Oh, okay. Well, do you
On
mind?
air?
Would you mind answering my question though?
I,
Can you?
I did answer your question.
Okay, but what do you mean by some of y'all do deserve less? And who you
Maybe,
talking
maybe
about?
I'm maybe I'm, maybe I'm missing. I thought you asked me if was the second part of your question were they surprised or did I misunderstand?
No, I never asked that. I never asked if anyone was
I
surprised.
misunderstood. That's my fault.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Sorry,
Um,
it's a lot of people like trying to like get at you.
I guess I was really answering the second part of your question or the is was it wise part?
No,
Like,
I
what are you
didn't
saying?
ask that. Somebody in the audience asked that. I can react.
I see what's happening. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So
I'll just react my question.
thank
When
you.
you made the statement, some of y'all deserve to make less. I'm asking who are you saying deserves to make less, and
Oh, I see what you're
and
saying.
did that set
Um,
the room
I would
over the
say
edge?
I don't know. I don't remember the exact sentence, but I'll tell you what I think.
No, I'm quoting you directly, the
I'm
brother.
not saying that you're misquoting me. I'm saying I don't remember the quote, so I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean by it. So if it doesn't perfectly align word for word with what you have, I don't want you to think that it's me being cagey. I'm saying I'm going to give you my most honest answer. And that is I don't think on a cast um that everybody should make the same amount. I
Mm.
just don't. I just don't.
I agree.
And to be clear, I don't think I should make the most.
I agree. The only reason I was asking because prior to that statement, you were spewing anti-capitalist rhetoric. So while saying that kind of
Jesus.
contradicts, you know what I mean? But
I
I,
was spewing anti. Damn, y'all go hard.
I'm just
Um,
saying,
That's not
bro.
that
You
shit.
know what I mean? You was kicking
capital,
some real shit, and then you said,
capitalism. Uh, there are other modes of production. It doesn't just because you have a critique of capitalism, doesn't mean that you have to believe that every single person in the world has to make the exact same amount of money.
uh,
That's just
absolutely. It just
so it's not
contradicts.
so it's not a contradiction, is all I'm saying.
Oh well, I thought I perceived it as a contradiction
He's
when you.
he's
I
Che
respect that. I just
Guevara.
see it differently.
He's Che Guevara with bling on.
Yeah, he's a
He's Castro with
the
pink
dope
links.
boy communist. But
He's a
Well,
wordsmith, man.
I think critiques of capitalism are different than saying what you just attributed to me. But I think it's a noteworthy distinction, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, I just because you said this is the problem with capitalism is that the workers end up fighting each other, and the boss sits there and laugh, which the boss would be Joe, and then you went on to say some
Right.
of y'all do deserve to make
My point.
less.
My point in the
It's the arrogance that B was just talking about.
my point in that first statement was to say, if I did want more money, I wouldn't want it at the expense of. Why would I expect one of my co-hosts to take less money if they're up 20 M's, just as an example, right? Like, why would I even think to say, hey, take some of them, give me a raise and give some to take it from Amani? Why would, like, that to me would sound crazy.
That's an interesting number you referenced.
Yeah,
Why?
it is,
Isn't that from the New
Danny.
York Times?
Also, still saying that some of
What
y'all
was the
do
number?
deserve less. So, but can we get the person who
Yes,
you think?
because that was the context of that was me saying if there were a gap, well, there were two conditions, right? One is if the company were struggling, I'd have a different position, number one. And number two, if the gap between me and someone else was so big that it was an injustice, then yes, I would take a pay cut to make it fair. But what I'm saying is fair to me, the definition of fair isn't everybody making the exact same amount. That's all I was trying to say.
Okay, so you weren't distinguishing that specific cast members should make less. Okay.
No.
Mark, I have a question for you.
Because people making less doesn't do anything for me. Well, like, if everybody tripled their salary right now, like that wouldn't harm me. I would want that to happen.
Team player.
Mark, do you think
No. Just if you want to have a conversation, have one, even without the sarcasm. It's not about being a team player. I'm saying their extra money doesn't hurt me. So it's not about even being a team player. Even if I just didn't give a fuck. I think I am a team player, but even if I weren't, like, it just don't matter. It would be like if in the NBA, if somebody won a max deal and they said, well, two more people don't get a max deal. Okay, cool. It would only affect me if it affected our ability to get other players. But if it didn't, then why would I care? I want everybody to get paid.
Okay.
Y'all also got to understand, man, capitalism is private property, not people making money. But salute.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. The whole anti-capitalist, as if it's a contradiction, doesn't. I just
Yeah,
don't really
that's
go down
because
that
these
road.
folks have been manipulating to think what capitalism is. They don't really read the real, Karl Marx book.
That's nasty, absurd.
So,
Well,
so
that's
Dub, what
nasty.
did I lie about, Dub?
Crazy.
Mark, do you think what happened today was bound to happen at some point and it
No,
just was not
no,
supposed to happen on camera?
no. I think everything in life is avoidable. Very few things are inevitable.
Now, Doug, can you
Mm.
answer what Mark was lying
Mark,
about?
Mark,
Say that again, Evan.
Why did sucker shit trigger you like that? Because after you watch it, we can obviously tell he wasn't calling you a sucker on some real. But why did it trigger you
I
like
think I
that?
explained that in the rest of the episode.
As someone who's been on the other
Yeah.
side of Flip's verbal,
No, but Dub didn't answer my question yet.
okay,
Wait. What was your
What did I
question?
lie about?
What did you lie about?
Yeah, you
Okay.
literally said he came up here and lied. What did I lie about?
Well,
so
you lied about what you said. You didn't like. You wasn't honest to what you said and what you were really like fake alluding
What did
to.
I claim to say?
I don't want to go back on it though. I don't want to go. I had another thought.
Okay. All right, Dub, you got it.
No, I'm so serious. I'm so
I know,
serious.
but
I'm
I
so
didn't. I
serious.
mean, this is what I mean. But then y'all say you will say that I'm like micro analyzing the conversation or trying to like beat a dead horse. But you literally said with great clarity and no equivocation, he came up here and lied. And when I say what I lie about, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, cool.
No.
No,
I
I'm not.
remember what I
I don't
said.
want to
I
force
remember
you
what
into
I
the
said. Hold on. I
conversation.
remember what I said. I forgot a little bit what I said. Now you reminded me because that's why you wasn't on stage when I said
Yeah,
it.
it
So
was
I thought I
10
said.
seconds before I came on stage. It was like 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So hold up. So yeah, you said that. Well, Joe came up here and lied with you and said basically that that you didn't you never spoke about any pay with him
About anybody.
behind the scenes or about anybody's pay or
Yeah,
anything like that or whatever the case may
yeah.
be, and I just feel like that's a lie. And the
Oh,
A
cook.
okay. I get it.
spin
I
more
get
than
it.
a lie. I think a spin is better than more than a
I get what you're
lie.
saying. You're saying
Yeah,
you don't
maybe
believe
a
what I'm
spin.
telling
Yeah,
you.
spin shells. Thank you.
Yeah, I think you mean a
Okay.
spin. I don't mean it
All
because
right, you
that
got it.
he's making it because now he feels like you're calling him a liar, and I
He
don't
is
Yeah,
think
calling me a
that's
that
what
liar.
you're trying to
that may
say.
be
I
that may
think
be
you're trying to
harsher.
say
You're
that
right.
they were
They call him a
spinning.
liar, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is
you're
calling
right.
me a liar. What do you mean? I don't This is what I
Thank
mean.
you, Shells.
That's the
Thank you,
same
Shells. Cause
thing.
You
It's
no,
don't say
cause,
it's
cause
semantics.
Shells
incorrect.
is my man. Shells is my man, so he
No,
know what
I
I
mean
mean.
I get
Respectfully.
what you're saying, Mark, and you're
No, no,
right.
no, no. Hold on, hold
He
on, hold
is
on.
kind of saying that,
You
but I
can't.
think that
Hold
he's
on.
trying to say
No,
that you
because I
guys were
talk in
spinning the
slang.
narrative.
You
Because Mark,
can't
I talk
say.
in slang.
You
I
can't
talk
say
in
Mark
slang.
last. You can't say.
Hold up, Mark. Hold up, Mark. I know
You
you.
can't say
I know.
Mark
I
killed
know
two
you
people,
intellectual and
and
all
then
that,
I
but you're
say
not gonna do what you do to flip to me. See, I'm a little street
No,
intellectual
Mark, you're
too, so I
not
know.
wrong at
Thank
all.
you. Thank you.
All right, man. It sound mad. Fuck. It sound like a fucking. I don't want to say whose space this sounds like, but y'all over talking each other. Um. Go ahead, Mark, and then Dub. You can rebuttal.
this isn't that complicated. You said Mark lied, and then I say, and then it's like he someone said, well, you called him a liar. It's like, yeah, if you say you literally said I lied, so it's not a crazy stretch for me to say you called me a liar. That like
No,
this feels like gymnastics. You can say you misspoke or you meant to say something different, but don't act like I'm somehow like
Wait, all
technically.
right, no, all right. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying that I didn't say the correct term in your world, but in my world, I said the correct term. Like I'm not talking like direct and super proper intellectual and all that. See, this is where you get flipping the
No,
arguments and you try to
you just
get
said
me.
something that wasn't
Hold on,
true.
hold on. Can I talk? Danny said I could
Well,
rebut.
I wasn't
Danny
done.
said I could rebut.
You actually interrupted me.
Danny said
You,
I
you
could rebut.
Let
yes,
him
but I
Danny.
rebuttal.
wasn't done. Rebuttal is when I'm done talking. I wasn't done. You interrupted
Oh,
me.
he
I
was
thought he
done
was
talking.
done.
No,
Then
I
I started
wasn't. I just
going.
was trying to be
Uh,
polite and not point out the things
Yo,
that you said.
Oh, we
yo.
got him. We got him. We got him. All right, but
You didn't
go.
let him
But go though,
finish.
brother.
Just let me finish the thought, and then you can talk all day.
all right. If this is your thought, Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah, the point here isn't about wordsmithing or semantics. The point is everything I said was 100% accurate. I've never discussed money with Joe. I've never discussed anybody's money with Joe. Anybody else's money with Joe. I've never asked for a pay. I've never even asked Joe for a pay raise before, and I've certainly never asked him to cut anybody's pay. I mean, all those things are 100% true. There is no spin. There is no equivocation. There is no indirection. That's 1,000% true. I'll put that on my kids. That's a fact.
Anyway,
Okay.
I gotta like y'all gonna go in circles. I gotta address the COE in the room. Queen's Flip requested to come up. What's up?
bring him up.
He's here.
Yo, Mark, what up, Mark?
Yo, what's up, homie?
I'm chilling, good hearing you. Listen, I just want to shout out to y'all. I just want to say this, man. Like sometimes it's just taking a joke or what was said out of context, and that's what I did. And we got to call it for spade to spade. That's it. Not, I'm gonna confess something to y'all. So I was already aggravated that uh the pod before last I did, because they do some type of the fuck they do? What do you call it, Mark, when they analyze it? They was grading system, and it was like, yo, Flip, you did well,
Mm.
and shit like that. I got called from Ian, I got called from Joe, like you did well. So then when I was in Baltimore, Ian told me to come into Patreon. I called Joe, like, why am I coming to Patreon for? And Joe said, just come into Patreon, I'm gonna pay you fully. I end up coming into Patreon late, like an hour and a half late. So me and Joe behind, while I came in, was going back and forth. If you look at the camera when he was sitting over there, you would see that he was looking. I was standing there the whole time. So, I sat down just being aggravated and being that, and I wasn't in the mood to take any jokes, and that's it. My man said he never did that. I took a joke wrong, and I just decided to go over the deep end, and we had the back and forth, and that's it. I do believe that he didn't do that because it was confirmed. But when you're in the moment and you're heated, when everything lines up like that, sometimes you do that, man. That's what I did. Just to be transparent as far as that. I was listening. I heard, some defense. I heard some people talking what they was talking. But, it happened. That's exactly what happened. It just Flip didn't know how to take a joke because things leading up to that. That's just what it is. And that's something between Joe and myself. And that's what I got to say for saying that.
Did they ask you for a payout or something?
Never a payout.
Okay,
No,
nah. Somebody,
no,
maybe I did though.
no. It ain't gonna ask you
Yeah,
for a
that
payout.
person was crazy.
I
Yo,
I know. I was listening to Anos. I mean, listen. Hey,
Would you
yo,
we
Flip.
something was said wrong? Something was said wrong. You felt?
no, nothing was said. No, I didn't like what Shorty said. I blocked her because the girl there, she was talking crazy. She been trying to. She come in my room too much to be talking like
Facts.
that. She come in my room too much to talk about me like that. But other than that, I do feel like there was a lot of great points, valid points. I mean, listen, I rub people the wrong way, and when you rub people the wrong way, when you sign up for this you got to expect this. And at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
your Flip could not take a joke. Mark said what he said. It was a joke. Mark played into the joke. Me being Mr. COE, I should have caught on to that, but things leading up to that happened. If you look at it, Mark gave me a wink. I was just in my bag about something else that happened. I take 100% accountability, and that's it. You know what I mean? It was confirmed. We talked about it. I stayed. It was a long night that night. So I don't want nobody to be like, yo, Mark lying and shit like that. If him and Joe came and said that, it's just Flip couldn't take a joke.
Well, okay, boom. Let me take the lie word back because it's so harsh. But I
Told you.
did feel like they spent the
I didn't speak the
room. I'm
shit,
not
dog. I told you
okay.
100% the truth.
Whatever. I'm
Cause
just
he never.
telling
Cause
you.
when
Yo,
Mark
Mark
listen
is on
listen.
his
Let me just say
gangster
this.
shit.
When Mark asked me
Uh-uh.
that, have you ever? Mark asked me a question. Have you known me to do that? The true answer is no. Never known him to do that. I was just being ignorant at that time. I wanted to be ignorant.
Yo, Flip, did he catch you by surprise? Like his reaction?
I know Mark didn't catch me by surprise at all, man. I mean,
Yo,
I understood his frustration. Mark is a person. What I learned about Mark is Mark tries his best to look out for people, especially me. Like behind the scenes. Yo, what do you need? He doesn't get sleep. If I ask Mark for a favor, he wouldn't go to sleep until he makes sure that favor happens.
so
That's
Flip, can I
that.
ask you a
Hold
question?
on, hold on, hold on. Let me finish that, and I promise that. So I understand his frustration. Like, yo, bro, you putting this on me, knowing how far I would go. You should know that we're just potting. I just chose at that moment to be ignorant. I have to stand on that. That's I chose that. Just chose that route. Yeah, all right, nigga, nah, nigga, you playing a little bit too much with me. Da. Just that's the angle I chose, and I just went with it. Yeah, you guys me a question.
No, you seem to have a calmer demeanor throughout the whole kind of debate or whatever the case may be. What made you stand up? Was it true aggression or was it just because you was trying to optics fix yourself?
No comment. I think that comment that doesn't matter. I think I shouldn't have stood up. And that's it. I shouldn't have stood up, regardless of what it is, regardless of what my reason is to stand up. I shouldn't just stand up. I was just like I said. I was in my bag, and that's what it is. And we should believe when people tell you guys should believe when a person tell you that didn't happen. Take it, I'm gonna take it for what it is, because that's just the truth. And I came up here because I did like. I wasn't gonna come up here. Shout out to everybody putting it together. I heard the shots that flipped the network. I heard the identity shots, which is nonsense. I heard then the space was given when somebody said, "Yo, do you watch his channel? He's still putting up numbers. He's do what he do." Then I heard somebody backbite. It was just a bunch. I just respected that. And then I heard my man Mark up here, so I decided to come up here and just express myself and say that it was me taking the shit how I took it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Did he
And
take?
Danny, you've been watching for a long time, right? A lot of times you assess things right and you assess things wrong. Even sometimes when you say, "Yo, I do manipulation tactics," sometimes you be right. So you should know by watching it, your Flip just chose to do that because in my mind, like I said, if you watch it, he winked at me. Your Flip, I love you, wink. But I just flip shit. I'm gonna use this small thing that I'm going through here, and I'm just gonna blow up because I want to blow up. Is it
So
right?
when
No, it's wrong.
so when both of y'all said I love you, because I did catch that before the blow up. Mark said I love you, and you was like I love you too. So that was after that. It was just all performance.
I mean, it was.
Come on.
No,
Oh,
no,
that
no.
was real life, man.
Come
That
when you
was
say it
real.
was when you say it was performance. When you say it was performance, things get out of hand when there's a lack of communication or a misunderstanding. So what I'm saying is that I chose to believe that the joke that Joe was saying was true at that moment, even though in the back of my mind I knew it wasn't true. That's what I'm telling you. I chose to just take that route. Honestly. Once I
Okay.
heard that, it's like, all right, y'all niggas is playing with me now.
What
My
is
man
back?
was my man was, huh?
What is backbiting? You often say that um, backbiting is the act of talking to somebody when they're not present. But it seems like a lot of these comments are happening on spaces or
Yeah.
podcasts. So that's not backbiting. It's not like backbiting is if you find out someone's in the back room saying "flip is trash" or something like that.
Well, if
So,
if if I if I believed what Joe said, I wasn't there. I didn't hear it. If I chose to believe that angle, I would consider that backbiting, but it wasn't true. That's what I'm saying. It
yeah.
was just manipulating the situation at the time. Being
So
honest.
Mark, to your knowledge, has never backbit anyone on the cast.
No, no, no. He didn't backbite anybody to me. He didn't backbite me. I mean, I spoke to listen. I was there.
Okay.
You know, we
But
we
can I
sat.
ask one question before you go flip one thing? So
Sure.
you said Mark never backbid or nothing like that. I'm just bugging. If I'm wrong, you can tell me I'm wrong. I ain't even gonna go
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So on an episode before, you were saying like something you caught Mark and Mel texting or something like that. Like they be talking or like they be having little conversations or whatever that you know about. Am I wrong or am I bugging? I mean, am I
I,
wrong? Am I right?
did I say that before? No, I mean, you might be bugging. If I did say that, it was a joke.
Okay.
I do know Mel. You know, shout out to Mel. I do know she has told me that she confessed. She would confess like certain moments when she has a question or whenever she communicate with Mark. But that's just on the podcast. That's their thing.
Okay.
I was just talking shit at that moment, just being funny.
All right. Just wanted to clear that up. You know.
Was the last time you?
I do want to say this though. I do want to say also.
Go ahead.
Ah, let me see. How can I put this? Mark is just when it comes to shit with Flip, man. Mark has tried his best to be a peacemaker. I can say that, Mark. Mark has tried his best to be a peacemaker, and I've watched him, just try to make peace in the moment, and I appreciate that. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
But I
So
feel
Okay.
like that's what you did.
when
Like as far as how you took it, bro, like you wasn't matching the aggression. Like you was, you know what I mean, yo, let's try to do this later. Like, yeah, I mean, you wasn't doing your regular Queens flip, get all up in the face. Like, you
I
wasn't
mean, I
doing
mean,
none of that. Like you was just
well,
trying to defuse it
well,
the whole time.
how does that look though? At the end of the day, you still trying to cater to sponsors. You still trying to get to the next level. I'm on the internet.
Facts.
I have 3 fights back to back. Like think
Facts.
about it. One
Right.
on
Facts.
the
You didn't
Parkway.
technically start this one though.
But listen, one on the Parkway. I don't think I started the one on the Parkway neither. The other one and the other one. There was 3 that happened within a month.
I've
Now,
seen, you know, I watch your shit. I
No, that
seen it.
one on the Parkway, you started that one, big dog.
okay, cool. Shit,
That's
big.
hate. I mean,
So
you did say you're not gonna do anything with.
Yeah, like
Now,
yeah, but
from
that's
technically.
not.
watching you flip, I feel like
But
these
hold on,
moments damn near be meeting
wait.
you. You don't go towards them.
But here's the thing. You talking about on the podcast? I said you're not going to do anything. You talking
You
about
said
that?
it to that young man in the Parkway.
And I said it on the podcast. This is a line that I say. And nothing gonna happen to Flip, or you ain't gonna do. That's just how I speak. So what I'm saying is that I have to be honest. It doesn't look good. Like you did that. You did this. There was I don't want to get into details, but Mark came in and prevented something that happened with me the week prior. I can say that. I don't want to get any details, but he held it down. He didn't talk about it. I end up talking about it to the higher ups. He didn't. He did all that. He did that, and then it just looked like a pattern. Like, yo, bro,
And I don't just
you
interrupt you real quick. That's what I was talking about, y'all, on this show when I said something. You know I don't do that because something just happened. And I didn't do that. People thought I was
facts.
talking about like something like your personal life. I was
Nah,
talking about
facts. You
what
held
you
it
talking
down.
about right there.
Nah, you held it. You held it. So that's what he did. So Mark, there was something that happened the week prior, and it was just crazy outside. And Mark came in and played peacemaker. Talk to me, yo. You got a lot going on. What are you doing? Da da da. He talked to the other party, and it was supposed to be kept a secret. I
Oh,
ended up when I got told to sit down. I just called, yo, hey, I know if them niggas told you downstairs. Da 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 da. He's like, nah, that's not what it is. But thank you for putting me on. I told all parties, yo, I put Joe on to what happened. Mark probably didn't know that, but that's what I said.
yeah, I
So
didn't even know that.
yeah, so I put Joe
Once I
on.
walked away, I was like, this ain't my business, and I left it alone.
Yeah, but you did stand there, because I remember watching you walking away, shaking your head like, what the hell is going on? But you came back and you made peace. I gotta thank you for that. You made peace and you explained to me, and you defended me too. You defended me, and I appreciate that. So that happened. Let's move forward. The reason why I don't, it's just at some point you gotta filter yourself in real time. And filtering yourself in real time is just like, yo, be calm. You don't got to do all that. I don't want to get to logistics. I'm not talking about fighting. It just sound crazy. I'm 38 years old. And I'm not doing that. It's just too much back to back to back. And if sponsors or people see that as back to back to back, they ain't gonna fuck with you. One could be a mistake. Two could be like, all right, nigga, you bugging. Three is like, okay, this nigga's out of control. I don't want to keep doing that. I'm just being transparent when it comes to that. So when you say you calm, you're just thinking calmly. You just, all right, man. I'm not, and we're in the moment. Sometimes you gotta filter yourself. Hope that makes sense. I know you guys say I talk in circles and I don't make sense sometimes. I don't articulate myself well,
No, that all made sense.
That made sense to me.
which is funny.
Makes sense to me.
And I appreciate y'all defending me, and I appreciate y'all with the comments as well. And Mark, you know I appreciate you. We gonna talk behind the
Yeah,
scenes,
we
man.
rap for
Know,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? And
Y'all haven't talked behind the scenes yet about this situation.
They couldn't go to the balcony.
You
we
asking too
spoke.
many questions, Danny. Mind
Yeah,
your
yeah.
And
business.
go to
We
the
saw
projects down the
All right.
streets.
we saw each other downstairs. We saw each other.
Yeah.
That's my man. Like we just gonna get into more deep. Like now that it came out, where everybody could, because we going things happen in real time. So if you don't remember things, you see things, you in the moment. Now that you watch things, you get a more of an understanding. You can have a conversation as adults and as men, and we still gotta perform. It's still time to. We still got a show to put on. You know what I'm saying?
Was
So
Ish really pulling you back hard? Like
yes, he was.
he was really okay.
He
Okay.
Yes,
that
he was. You were
strong?
right. You were right about that. He's an old man. He got old man strength.
Yeah, he old as
Yo,
shit.
not to be
Yes,
funny, Flip, but do you feel like you had the cardio just in case Mark was on that timing?
I'm not talking about that.
Y'all be missing how fast Flip is. I
I'm
don't
not
think
talking
y'all
about
be
that.
paying attention.
Yeah,
They can't play the money angle no more, so now they trying to start some dumb shit. All right,
yeah, I'm not talking about that. Yo, I just wanted to come and make because
me and my man is good.
I know Mark. I'm learning Mark more and more, and I don't want people to just be like, yo, he like it was confirmed. Yo, Flip, you like they talk. You know, it's always the same thing. It was Parks, Erickson, Joe, his son. Everybody was there. They were just talking. Hey, yo, listen, bro. Like, come on, Flip. And I
Wait, so
expressed
where
myself.
did Ish tell Mark that he went wrong at? If you don't mind sharing that, Mark. When you went outside, you said that Ish told you you went wrong at a part. I just want to see if it's the
Oh, you want to
same
talk to Mark?
spot I see.
Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah. Mark.
I ain't got nothing else to say about the situation. You know what I mean? I came up
Respect,
here.
respect.
I just
Me
came up to
neither.
clear up the shit about the money and all of that because I needed that to be clear. I would never do that, and I didn't do that. And I appreciate you for honoring that and backing that up too. That means a lot to me.
Yeah, Mark, because you know we forget how powerful. Well, we don't forget, but we don't take. You know, it's powerful. It's all over the place, and I don't want that to be the narrative. I'm just in my feelings at the moment. That's it. Yo, Flip didn't take a joke. Well, that's it. You would see Mark winked at me. Usually the wink would indicate, hey, yo, bro, come on, you know what time it is. Go into it. I chose to just do that, yo, because Mark could hear me say, yo, behind the scenes. I'm moving it off the fans. So now he hears me. Cause you don't have the headphones, but you can hear me say it behind the scenes, even if I'm not on mic. And he like, all right, now, then I said that sucker shit. So he like, all right, come on now, bro. I don't want to do that. You playing. So I understood the whole frustration. And we men. We men at the end of the day. I'm not talking about any fighting. I'm not talking about getting up. I don't want to talk about that. I salute you guys. Thank you for allowing me to come up here and express myself. You guys are doing a great job. And yeah, I salute. Appreciate y'all.
Yo, so I'm out too. Flip, I'll holler at you tomorrow.
I bet.
I give a breakdown. This is my Patreon. Y'all make sure you sign up. You can go to Patreon right now. Mark Lamont Hill official. You can get the full breakdown, the full story, everything.
Who's that? Coffee?